2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic. And let's go.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. And for Dallas, Kleba is the four with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
And, Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Doncic with it. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Now, here's Zubac. The shot by George, wide open. Zubac in the post. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Pass break, Dallas. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. Here's Finney Smith. Throws it down. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now, here's Doncic. Out to the right wing from the arc.
Passion is something we love to see no matter what we're doing, and Leonard plays with great passion. A defensive menace who gives everything he has to shut his man down while still doing it at the offensive end, too.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Doncic feeling it out. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. Passes it to Cauley Stein. Here's Powell, and the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first foul. There's 1:47 left to play in the first quarter. Powell inside, defended by Batum. Here's Hardaway, shot clock at 3. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Tip your hat to Hardaway Jr. there, guys. I mean, even in the face of aggressive defense, he stays focused and delivers.
Rondo dishes to Batum. Hit the tip. Rebounded by Hardaway. The Mavericks leading. Right wing. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. Outside Jackson. There's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Redick passes to Cauley Stein. Redick against Jackson. Pass to Brunson. Powell trying to free himself up. Second shot opportunity. In deep. Cauley Stein drops it in. Cauley Stein's got his second basket of the night.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Rondo passes to Kennard. Outside for Rondo. Jacks up a 3. Mavericks with the rebound. And the wide open shot from Redick. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Mavericks lead by... Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Dallas?
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Batum is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's George in at the 2. Here's Hardaway after the Clippers pick up 2.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Mavericks making the shot. And Cousins kicks to Rondo. Here's George, hands the 12-footer.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And Beverley kicks to Zubac. The 3 from George. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. Leonard's got his second basket of the game. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Now here's Leonard. Zubac finds Leonard. Back to Zubac. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target with the open look. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Burke, and it's sent back by George.
Well, I tell you what, Paul George is so tough on defense. Love the way he gets after people. He's excellent at staying in the play as well as staying in his stance so he can come up with rejections and deflection.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Clippers?
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Doncic banked in off the glass. Doncic has got 8 points.
Well, I love watching Doncic go to work there. Assertiveness is the key, and that's part of why he's so successful.
Clippers leading by 5. Now the pass to Leonard. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. He gets that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Stolen by Jackson. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. George dishes to Leonard. There's the 3. Outside for George. Jackson has the open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And it's a 10-point Clipper lead.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the shot goes down.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
George, no good.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Reddick comes in for Richardson. And then for the Clippers, Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Now here's Beverley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Clock at 4. Shoots the 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Powell finds Doncic. Porzingis at the elbow. Here's Finney-Smith, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Los Angeles. Thank you, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jets. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They kept at it on. Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
Now Jackson. 6 points for him. Leonard inside. Kleba on him. Jackson passes to Leonard. Over Kleba. And the shot is long.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Jackson's got the ball. And the dunk by Batum.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Doncic left side. Over Jackson. Doncic, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. And we'll see if that's the answer.
And it goes down 2 points. Now here's Jackson. He kicks it to Leonard. The shot, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient, will take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney Smith is a guy you can win with. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Mavericks trail by 5 to the middle. Kicks it out to Richardson. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And some changes here for the Mavericks. J.J. Redick's checked in for Doncic, and it's Burke in for Dwight Powell. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 9 points. Right side Hardaway. Dallas, no good that time either. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. George, that's a 2-pointer. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Porzingis, he's checked in for Dallas. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's George. It's rebounded by Dallas. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Fires the 3. They get it back. Redick. No good with the layup. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The free throw drops for Zubac. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Mavericks trail by 11. And here is Burke. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. Looking to end the run.
Boy, evidence of the mobility there from Porzingis as he shreds the defense in screen and rolls.
George dishes to Morris. From deep three-point range, and again, no good by the Clippers. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. From past the arc, And that one's good. George has got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
At 6'10", George is really capable of dominating inside. I mean, defensively, you need to try to push him out of his comfort zone, get him out of that lane area.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Trey Burke. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Kleber. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds him. Great feel for the game.
Richardson outside over Jackson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So for the Clippers right now, the two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Rajon Rondo is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Batum in at the 5 spot. Here's Rondo. The Mavericks making the shot. Kicks it to Batum. George, that's a two-pointer. It's hauled in by Richardson. Mavericks trail by 11. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for J.J. Redick. They get it back, and Finney-Smith gets it to go.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Doncic against Rondo. Feeds it to Leonard. Goes back up. Zubac's the pass to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And good. He nails it. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Ahead. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Those are the kinds of plays that win games. Really savvy D, and give him credit for looking to go straight up the court with him.
Now, here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Doncic showing you his smarts there because he really sized up the situation and took advantage of what the defense gave him.
Leonard on the wing. Here's Kleber. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Doncic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Rajon Rondo.
Well, I tell you what, Doncic plays with really good energy and awareness, but also he's got a quiet physicality to him, and he doesn't mind being bumped around when he's trying to score.
Zinkis, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Clippers leading by 7. George looking around. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Can't hit from the elbow. To the paint. Here's Finney-Smith, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. It's George on the wing. Kleba defending. And that one's good. Leonard.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the three ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
And Doncic. Here we go.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Leonard against Kleba. Leonard, no luck. Mavericks trail by 6, and it's the Mavericks on the break. Finney Smith passes to Kleba, and it's blocked.
How impressive was that? The little fella, Beverly, extending out for the block. Showed us some nice timing for a guy that's not much taller than 6'2".
And that one's good, George.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Doncic against Beverly. The drive by Doncic. The shot's good. Doncic has got 23.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Here's Leonard. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now, here's Doncic. And the rejection by Cousins.
Well, I love when Cousins uses his reach and strength to stymie shooters. Nice positioning on defense there.
Outside Leonard. And Maxi Kleba is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Beverly dishes to Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And it's Doncic missing.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And so it's Dallas with it. 9-point game to the inside. Oturu with the rebound. Passes it to Patterson. Outside Jackson. Puts up a 3. The shot misses. From deep. Missed. And so Los Angeles takes the win. This was a very... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Up next, the Mavericks. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for the Nuggets, they've got Michael Porter. Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. And it's Rivers. Now here's Porter. Pass to Rivers. 5 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Well, Doris, it should be an interesting matchup in the low post. How do you see the battle of the bigs playing out in this one tonight?
Boy, what a classic low post strength-on-strength contest we are in for tonight. Now, that's more the exception than the norm these days. But I'll tell you what, you give me some skilled big men on the box doing work, I'm all about that. This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
On the wing, Porter. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Doncic looking it over. And it's sent back by Jokic. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone.
Austin Rivers, opportunistic in transition. That's what happens when you sprint the floor.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Doncic passes to Kleba. Out to Doncic. The 3 buries the long-range jumper. Doncic has got 5.
Well, the Slovenian delivers from deep. Luka Doncic lets his outside shooting set up the rest of his well-rounded offensive game.
Campazzo, Kleba defending, and the basket by Gordon. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
So it's Denver now. They trail by 1. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. On the wing, Porter. Clock at 6. Fires from the line. Here's Gordon. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Richardson. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
Passes to Jokic. Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Out to Porzingis. Fires the 3. And it's Rivers with the rebound. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. And Jokic gets it to go.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Here's Doncic following the basket by Jokic. Pass to Kleba. And here's Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. 6 to shoot. And here's Doncic from the arc. Jokic grabs the miss. For Denver, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Just put the pass in his vicinity, and Aaron Gordon will take care of the rest.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 9. Here's Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Got it. Good job in the low post. Doncic has got 11 points.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Outside Gordon. it's Gordon finishing it off. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Richardson attacking. Lays it up and banks it in.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Doncic with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Kleba. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way.
Selfless. I mean, you need to put your
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 down low.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And up the floor again for the Nuggets, running the court. Morris kicks to Harrison. And it's off from three-point range. The Mavericks leading. On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. The pass to Hardaway. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Morris with the ball, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First trip to the line for him here. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Denver. Austin Rivers comes in for Morris. Porzingis, he's checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for Hardaway. Pass to Rivers. He dishes it to Green. Outside Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Well, easy to see why Aaron Gordon has been in multiple dunk contests. The arsenal, the creativity, limitless.
And the dunk by Powell. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Outside Gordon. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Doncic. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Doncic has got the lead up to 3 now for Dallas.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Down low. Here's Gordon, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double-checking, and the game continues on.
Luka Doncic has superstar written all over him. He's cooking.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic, shoots from 12. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Jokic.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Outside, Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got his first 2 points of the night.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Porzingis.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Doncic outside. Over Porter, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Porter.
Well, this guy is so effective with the pump fake. Luka Doncic gets the defender off his feet. Beautiful.
And the second free throw, good. 8 seconds left now here in the second. Passes it to Jokic. The 3. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Dallas leading by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 16 points. Win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks have been one of the more stable organizations. And that'll do it.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Gordon out there with Porter. Then there's Austin Rivers. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Porter against Doncic. That one drops for him. Doncic has got 18 points in the game.
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the 2-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
At the top of the key, Gordon. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Dallas leading by 3. And And a minute played as the second half gets going. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. JaVale McGee's checked in for Gordon. And then for Dallas, Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Doncic.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that one's good by Porter.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Hardaway passes to Redick. 6 on the shot clock. Nuggets trail. Rivers kicks to Porter for the lead, and Denver again with the bucket.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Here's Redick. Denver grabs the miss.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Mavericks trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Redick. McGee with the block.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And that one, good. Porter's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Right side, Hardaway. Outside, Redick. Kicks it out to Richardson. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
But they recover it. On the wing, Porter. Here's McGee, and he drops it in from the low post. Now it's a 7-point Nugget lead.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Richardson.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
And providing the score, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by the Nuggets.
41 seconds left to play here in the third. Morris kicks to Millsap from the wing. Doesn't go that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And here is Doncic. He's got 18. Pass to Powell. Back to Doncic. Denver grabs the miss. The pass to Chuncho. Here's Porzingis. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Oh, that's an important shot there going into the fourth quarter. They'd been losing ground and needed a big play to close out the quarter.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Trey Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 slot. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Here's Doncic. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Here's Gordon.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Well, what you love about Aaron Gordon, he's got strength, athleticism, and a high motor. This guy can make tough shots.
And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Green, and Monte Morris subbed in for Austin Rivers. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Josh Richardson comes in for Trey Burke. Porzingis inside. McGee's there. The Nuggets leading by 4. Gordon dishes to Morris. McGee, the pass to Millsap. Gordon with no one around, and another miss by Denver.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Out to Doncic. 3-pointer. The Mavericks rebound.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Morris against Kleber. Inside. Doncic with the steal.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Here's Porzingis. Got a piece of it. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around to the middle. Richardson kicks to Kleber. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unable to get that one. Good defense by Jokic. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks trail by 4. Kleber, the pass to Finney-Smith. On the wing, Doncic. No good on the triple.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
And then Rivers with the dunk.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
Doncic outside. Pass to Richardson. Kleber with it. Pass to Doncic. They need this one. And the layup is good. Doncic has got 22 points.
Doncic has been in this position many times. He makes it look easy.
Floats it up for Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops.
Here's Doncic. That one goes. Count it. Doncic has got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Here's Jokic. No good. Shot missing. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Doncic outside. Here's Porzingis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, and with his height, it is really hard to affect Porzingis' shot without fouling him. He is a problem for defenders.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable, but now still a one-possession game.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
To the paint. Here's Jokic. It drops. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
And Doncic. Here we go. And it's blocked by Gordon. Campazzo. Guarded by Doncic. Campazzo. And stolen by Richardson. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. It's in.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments. And my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And the Mavericks call time here. They trail by 3. 3 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
And you need a foul here to try and extend the game. Best case is the inbound pass goes to a poor free throw shooter, but really they have to foul whoever it ends up with.
And so they foul intentionally. Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NCAA.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Monte Morris. Then there's Gordon. It's Najee in at the power forward. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. At the elbow, Jokic. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered. At the point guard position in particular, much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. It's stolen by Morris. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Count that bucket.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Morris into the lane. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. It's hauled in by Zubac.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so. Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And it's Jokic missing. Jokic has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Leonard not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Leonard's got his second basket. Morris with the ball. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
The pass to Zubac. In the corner, George with it. Jackson down low, covered by Morris. Shot clock at 6.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And the basket by Gordon.
An extremely well-conditioned athlete, Gordon is an effective option on fast breaks.
George against Porter. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Najee, covered by Morris. Here's Porter, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
There's been a lot of talk about Michael Porter Jr. and the way that he plays and how athletic he is. How's he doing that on the vegan diet? For some, it works well.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Rondo against Porter. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Denver leading by 4.
And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. Millsap misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Millsap, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, there's been a lot of attention around the league about how good Millsap was defensively on the interior, but don't forget about what he could do on the offensive glass.
Now, here's Kennard. And Beverly kicks to Kennard. And a wide open look for Rondo. Here's Cousins. Rebound by the Nuggets. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter of the game. The drive by Green. What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And he gets the bucket.
Well, there's a quickness to DeMarcus Cousins' game that you just don't realize. You got to see it in person. Excellent at diving towards the rim and scoring with ease.
Here's Harrison. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Green, the pass to Harrison. Inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Man's checked in. JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. And the shot is good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Harrison scanning the floor. Gordon dishes to Millsap. Passes it to Harrison. Baseline try. Cousins pulls it in. Batum attacking, and that one drops for him.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Nuggets on top. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Denver. Harrison out there with Morris. Then there's Paul Millsap. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Gordon in at the small forward. Morris, no good.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Here's Harrison. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's George. Rebounded by McGee. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. It's a three-point game. Zubac's with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. Here's Morris. Nobody near George. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Here's Harrison. That shot misses. And the Clippers will come the other way. Zubac's the pass to Jackson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Morris kicks to Harrison. Ball's knocked loose. Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball. It's tipped, and they're able to recover. And the shot goes in. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. The Nuggets have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Morris into the lane, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Leonard. Here's Zubac. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And here comes Leonard leading the fast break, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile 1 block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Morris kicks to Jokic. He dishes it to Gordon. Back to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
And Porter has such great athleticism, able to get up and throw it down.
Jokic against Cousins. That one goes in. Cousins has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Jokic. Yep, it counts. Jokic has got 7.
Yeah, Jokic did a nice job positioning himself down in the paint. Usually he's at the top of the key, but this time knew where he wanted to get the ball. Shot it on the inside and scored.
And the shot goes in.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Morris outside. Pass to Jokic. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Beverly against Morris. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Makes it off the glass. Kennard's got his second bucket.
Now there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Here's Morris.
So fun watching Patrick Beverly just get after it.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. We're going to step away briefly, but
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period as it was just a 1. And that's a...
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson, then it's Paul George, and it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The Nuggets trail. Morris looking over the floor. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And for the Clippers, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. George, no good.
Yeah, and he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
That's good from Porter on the assist by Gordon. Porter's got 6 points.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
And Leonard has it in the corner. George against Porter. And George gets it to go. George has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
What's the pick used for? It's used for separation, and Paul George got it there.
Morris dishes to Porter. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Excellent D there from George. Down low, Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Now it's a 4-point Clipper lead.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Jokic passes to Morris. Stolen by Jackson. George finds Jackson, and he finishes nicely on the layup. He's got 6.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason. A year ago, a lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Left side, George.
Well, when Paul George has that kind of length and then has the high release point that he does, very few people are going to get to it to block a mid-range jumper like that.
Jackson against Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morris has got 4 this quarter.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Jackson down low. He's against Morris. George with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Good. George has got the lead back up to 6 now for the Clippers.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Morris kicks to Jokic. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Morris with the bucket.
Well, a big man who can really dish it out. Jokic really reliable, setting up his teammates.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Good on the bucket. Jackson's got 8 points.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Morris finds Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. Bank shot. No good. Clippers leading by 6. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. He's got 8.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
Morris passes to Jokic. Back to Morris. Here's Najee. He's covered by Leonard. Clock at 6. Here's Morris. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Morris against Jackson. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight. That free throw good from Morris. So it's both teams making substitutions here. So he gets them both. We've got 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. Beverly looking around. Here's Cousins. Off target at the rim. Reggie Jackson firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and had... And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Harrison out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Green. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's McGee in at the 5, down low. Green kicks to Morris. Denver passing it around. Millsap, that one good for 2.
Even though Millsap draws the contact there, he does an incredible job forcing that one through the hoop.
And here's Rondo. And there's the pass to Kennard. A three-pointer off the mark. The drive by Green. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Outside Rondo. He feeds it to Batum. 5 on the clock. And that'll be 2 free. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Kennard, and it's sent back by Millsap. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a switcher also for Denver. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for JaVale McGee. Here's Zubats, and he banks in the layup.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
George against Morris. Pass to Harrison. The feed to Millsap. Plays it up and banks it in. Millsap's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, right now, Millsap taking on the challenge and going right at him.
Jackson passes to Zubats. Here's George. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside Leonard. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
And we all know what a tough cover Kawhi has become. The defender got caught in a bad position and is kicking himself for it now.
Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Pass to Najee. Outside Porter. Outside Gordon. Well, Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. Najee's got the game tied up here for Denver.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Leonard attacking. Here's Zubats. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league, where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Porter against George. And that one's good by Porter.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
George up top, guarded by Porter. George, no good.
That's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
It's stolen by Morris. Leonard kicks to Morris. George against Porter.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Count it!
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And Porter, here we go. Kicks it out to Gordon. Astanaji. Back to Gordon. Outside Porter. Morris passes to Jokic. Tries again. He can't hit that time. George with the defensive effort. And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 2. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Monte Morris.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And so Mike Malone calls a timeout. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Man, the score being this close, you have to retain possession of the ball. You just can't give it away like that.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Millsap with the steal. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. So the Nuggets win the tip, and no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Monte Morris is out there at Porter, and it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. Rondo kicks to Leonard. The 10-footer scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Oh, you see the touch inside from Leonard does a little bit of everything for this basketball team.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Back to Morris. Up top, Porter. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Shoots over Zubac. And it's Jokic missing. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
We play just over a minute here in OT. Morris dishes to Millsap. Jokic trying to free himself up. Batum grabs the miss. The Clippers in the lead. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon with the finish.
Boy, they needed that one, and Gordon delivers. His productive habits really paying off there.
Rondo passes to Leonard. Launches it. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
The Nuggets trail by 3. Morris outside. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. Over Gordon. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Here's Jokic. Money!
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
On the wing, George. Porter with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Yes!
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
And it's sent back by Millsap. And up the floor again for the Nuggets. Running the court. Here's Morris. The shot missing. Great tee that time from Leonard.
And overtime has come down to this. They need at least 2 points, or you can kiss this baby goodnight.
George, that's a two-pointer. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Now off the inbound. And it's Leonard missing. Now here's Jokic. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The view high above our short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Los Angeles, they've got Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
Stolen by Zubac. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Now here's Porzingis. Kicks it out to Richardson. Just 5 to shoot. Porzingis can't hit.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Nobody near Leonard. That one rolling around and rims out.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And it's in there.
And he has really great coordination to go along with the body control. Porzingis able to convert some tough baskets.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
When you look at Richardson's skill set, you look at his size, you think, man, this guy could be a great 3-and-D player.
Now, here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. And there's Paul George on the assist from Jackson.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now, Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Kicks it out to Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Just 4 to shoot. And Doncic gets it to go.
Yeah, 3 for 4 now. I like the pace for them on offense.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. Morris trying to free himself up. Yep, that one goes in there.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, it's Richardson on the wing. Back to Doncic. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
Trying to defend Kennard. You know he can hit shots with limited space. That helps him get you off balance.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. Now here's Powell. Cauley-Stein kicks to Brunson. Back to Cauley-Stein. Pass to Redick. Powell inside. He's guarded by Cousins. The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers leading by 5. Beverly finds Kennard. And he overshot that one, missing. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Beverly against Brunson. No good. Great D that time from Batum. Over in the corner, Beverly. Trying to find Batum. He's got it now. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. Mavericks trail by 5. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Hardaway, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Batum passes to Mann. And the Clippers miss again. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Powell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Dallas shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he makes both free throws. Kennard for 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Hardaway. Dwight Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Burke, and it's Redick in at the 2 spot. Now here's Redick. No points in the game yet for him. Clock at 2. Trying to find Burke, gets it to him, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Los Angeles leading by 3. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. There's the pass to Leonard. To the inside. Here's Zubats. Lays it up off the glass. Zubats has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Hardaway against Leonard. Hardaway passes to Powell. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on J.J. Redick.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Leading by 5. Leonard on the wing. George against Richardson.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Now here's Leonard. After Luka Doncic's miss, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Doncic outside. Kept alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Nobody near George. Nailed from three-point land. George has got 11 points.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
And Kleba slams it in.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Jackson passes to Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morris has got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Doncic finds Kleba. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Here's Doncic. Over Beverly. And it's Doncic missing.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Man passes to Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard for three. And it goes out of bounds. That one up for Porzingis. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Redick comes in for Doncic. And Trey Burke subbed in for Josh Richardson. Passes it to Man. Kennard for three. Kleba with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Brunson scanning the floor. Will it go? The Clippers grab the miss. And here's Kennard. And the basket is good.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Beverly against Brunson. That one doesn't go. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey! A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at... And that'll...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Good work defensively by Morris.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And Leonard gets it to go. Greg, is a broadcast. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
And that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Finney-Smith can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 14. From deep three-point range. Outside for George. Over Richardson. And it's George again missing.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Porzingis passes to Kleba. Stolen by Jackson. And now the fast break. George with the ball. That one misses. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter. I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. Here's the three. Mavericks with the rebound. Kleba's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And dangerous in that catch-and-shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Kleba finds Doncic. Takes a three. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
George with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got 14 points.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Here's Doncic. Here's Porzingis. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
George, that's a 2-pointer. Kleba with the rebound. Kleba's got 5 rebounds tonight.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Doncic against Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
It's his first trip to the line.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Kennard against Doncic. And he makes good on the layup. Doncic has got 10 points in just the second half.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Things have been clicking offensively, defensively, you name it. And they are riding this wave of momentum. We've got more in store for you right after this. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Powell is out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Cauley-Stein. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. It's deflected. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go.
What?
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. You don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
To the paint. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Clippers leading by 14. Beverly, the pass to Rondo. Drills it from outside. Rondo's got 6 points in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Brunson. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Here's Powell. Sinks that one from the post.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Batum. Out to the wing. Beverly for three. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got his 4th rebound in this one. Batum grabs the miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Dallas making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Burke in for Jalen Brunson. Richardson outside. It's stolen by Morris. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. George finds Zubats. Outside Jackson. A 3 from Leonard. The Mavericks pull it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Burke, the pass to Porzingis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for Burke. Zubats kicks to Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Mavericks trail by 15. Pass to Richardson. Here's Kleber. And the pass to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
From deep, George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Trying to shoot himself out of his slump. And it's not going well.
1:19 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Morris passes to Zubats. Jackson kicks to George. Back to Leonard. Leonard on the wing. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Count that one. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Los Angeles.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for George.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success. The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Richardson against Batum. Here's Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
At 7'3", Porzingis is almost impossible to guard, especially when he's focusing on trying to score.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Beverly feeling it out a bit. 6 on the shot clock. Patterson passes to Okuru. Over in the corner, Beverly. That 3 off the mark. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. said, thank you for that report. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Gordon, and it's Rivers. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Jokic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Doncic, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. All right, Clark, old school lineup tonight. Both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it.
Now here's Porzingis following the miss by Michael Porter. Doncic looking it over. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
Pass to Jokic. And he uses the glass on the layup.
There they go. Finally able to drop one in on their 4th try.
Doncic against Porter. Doncic outside. Lob pass to Porzingis. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And guys, he has all the makings of an elite scorer. Porter combines size, athleticism, and terrific shot-making ability. That is rare.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here is Porter following the score by Dallas. Jokic passes to Porter. Back to Jokic. Knocked away. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Jokic is running. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Carving up the defense with excellent passes like there. Jokic, a big man with great vision.
And here is Doncic. He's got 6. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
There's the pass to Jokic. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
Boy, a lot of energy and hustle on display from Jokic that time. Never giving up on a possession.
1:36 left in the first. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
This one for 3. It's the three-point bomb. Doncic has got 13 points.
Well, you know, it's clear that Doncic is very self-confident, knows he has what it takes to knock these shots down.
Passes to Porter. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
And finished off by Porter.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of this game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
First one falls for him.
Boy, Doncic plays with such an edge and attitude, and I think it endears him to his teammates and gives them confidence.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Doncic after Austin Rivers scored. 17 seconds left to play in the first. The shot by Powell, no good.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we'll be right back after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. They've got Harrison. Jermichael Green is out there with Paul Millsap. And there's Gordon, and it's Rivers in at the shooting guard position. Gordon dishes to Green. Denver passing it around. And the basket by Gordon.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Outside Hardaway. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. And finished off by Rivers.
And Gordon using his cat-like quickness there to disrupt the passing lanes, leading to the transition hoop.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
Pass to Gordon. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Harrison passes to Gordon. Outside for Millsap. 5 to shoot. His three-pointers off the mark. The Mavericks leading. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Powell against Green. And the dunk by Powell.
And Powell is a tomahawk jammer. I mean, he gets a head of steam behind him. He's ready to throw it down.
Gordon with it. 6 points for him. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it. They pass it. They can shoot it from the free throw line. They give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
Three young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Richardson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Dallas.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. And Denver with a change here, too. Jokic is checked in. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I tell you what, with Jokic, you've got to foul him harder than that. This big fella takes pride in finishing through the defense.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Three-point lead. Outside, Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Here's McGee. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
It really balances out the backcourt when McGee is able to provide points inside. I mean, that's big.
Pass to Burke. And here's Porzingis. Guarded by McGee. Kicks it out to Richardson. To the wing on the left. The pass to Kleber. Porzingis inside. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in the...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 16 points and 1 assist. He was on the... And that's...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. No good on the 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide-open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Dallas. Richardson outside. Passes it to Porzingis. Jokic with the steal. For the lead, the layup good by Porter. 8 points for Michael Porter. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
They get the rebound. A second chance effort. In deep. Jokic drops it in. Jokic has got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
Guys, I like the hustle from Jokic. I mean, this guy knows exactly how to get to his spots in transition.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Gordon against Richardson. He can't get that one, so the Mavericks will take it the other way.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Doncic kicks to Kleber. Dishes it to Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Kleber. Denver grabs the miss. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Well, you look at Luka Doncic, and it's clear. He's got the entire package, a full repertoire, especially at the offensive end.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Right side, Porter. Out to the right wing. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Jokic has got 11 points. Mavericks trail by 3. The drive by Doncic. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the third. For the tie. No good on that one. Now Denver takes it the other way.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Fires the 3. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Maxi Kleber. Reddick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Trey Burke's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Big group substitution here for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Gordon. Green, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Harrison in for Rivers. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to 3 points on the bucket from Burke. Nuggets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Campazzo, Brunson covering. McGee in the high post. He's against Porzingis. Here's Millsap, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
You've got to be more physical than that against Millsap. He's good at fighting his way through contact on the way up.
Now here's Brunson, guarded closer. Now Millsap. Pass to Harrison. Here's McGee. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
And so it's Denver, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets. They've got Harrison. JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Janshar in at the 3 spot.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking it.
Morris passes to Millsap. Back to Morris. Fires the 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Morris has got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Here's Porzingis, and he comes up with the deuce. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
We played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Janshar, the pass to McGee. Porzingis with the steal. Fast break, here we go. And the wide open shot from Redick. And a miss there on the triple. Denver leading by 6. It's stolen. Mavericks making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. On defense, Denver. Pass to Burke. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Burke. Here's Porzingis. Doncic outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. Doncic has got 23.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Outside Millsap. On the wing, Porter. Outside for Millsap. Pocket 6. Fires it up. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
Denver making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Mavericks trail by 3. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Doncic outside to tie it up. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Down low, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Fantastic execution in a tight spot. Gordon capitalizing in the big moment for his team.
But he recovers it. Doncic finds Kleber. Here's Finney-Smith. 4 on the clock. And here's Doncic from the arc. Good on the triple. Doncic has got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for the man.
Yeah, and such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Here's Jokic. Outside Porter. Rivers passes to Gordon. Unloads from 13. Porzingis with the steal. The 3 for Doncic. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those 3s because he's been brutal in this half.
Shooting foul. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Jokic. Over Porzingis. It's good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Doncic outside to take the lead. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Here's Dallas. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Doncic. Ooh, offline. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late. And just about to get underway as the starting five. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on DA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
They say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George, also Reggie Jackson out there. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4 spot. And for the Nuggets, Porter is out there with Monte Morris. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Aaron Gordon. It's Najee in at the 4-man position. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
Now Leonard, following the 3-point attempt by Jokic. Count it, good.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Now, here is Morris. Now, Jokic gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Back to George. Beyond the arc. Shot clock at 5. And it's Denver with the rebound. Porter dishes to Gordon. Leonard with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Denver. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game. The free throw drops for Zubac. That one misses. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Gordon. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Here's Zubac. Free throw line jump shot. And too long on the shot.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Here's Morris. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Jokic has got his second basket. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
On the wing, Porter. Back to Morris. To the middle. Here's Jokic. They get it again.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Here's George. The Nuggets hitting the bucket. Misses the 3. Here's Porter with the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And George gets it to go.
Well, an accurate three-point shooter, Paul George can get it going from distance.
Now, here is Morris. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the first. Stolen by George. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jackson's got the ball. Count the basket.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Morris looking over the floor. Kicks it out to Gordon for three. The Nuggets moving the ball around. 4 on the shot clock. Jokic. It's hauled in by Zubats.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Here's Oturu. Jackson finds George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. George has got 7 points in the game. From deep. And so it's Los Angeles, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Man in at the 3, the small forward.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Clippers leading by 6. Beverley the pass to Kennard. Second chance shot. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Denver shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Green against Cousins. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Lobbed up there for Green, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
Beverley finds Cousins. Kennard trying to break loose. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Paul Millsap picks one up. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Kennard against Porter. Shots good by Kennard. Kennard's got his first bucket in this one.
Just feel like Patrick Beverley has incredible awareness for every second that he plays on the floor. Spots the wide open man, gets it to him.
Here's Harrison. Inside. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 2 points on the bucket for Millsap.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Kennard on the wing. Outside, Batum. The pass to Beverley. To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Denver. Monte Morris comes in for Porter. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. Morris passes to Gordon. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
George is checked in for Los Angeles. And here's Rondo. Cousins finds Rondo. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Yeah, in this offense and in this structure, there's going to be opportunities to get a lot more assists for Cousins.
Rondo against Morris. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Kennard with the ball. And it's good for 2. Kennard's got 4 points this quarter.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation. And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Morris. Now the dish to Millsap. Back to Morris. Green in the post. Kennard covering. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Green. Rondo dishes to George. 50 seconds left in the first half. Can't hit from 12.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And here's Millsap from the arc. It's hauled in by George. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Batum passes to Rondo. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Now, here's Kennard. D right on him. Here's Batum. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Batum's got 4 points this quarter.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to have... Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a narrow 3-point lead. Kenny. And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Paul George really making a difference here.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
We've got Aaron Gordon. Michael Porter's out there with Monte Morris. And it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in a power forward. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Morris against Jackson. There's the lob to the hoop. Najee, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Altman.
Right.
But also, guys...
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Basket good. Jokic has got 6 points.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
George way outside from beyond the arc and then some. George has got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles. Morris inside. Jackson on him.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Jackson from long range. That one, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
Gordon against George. Jackson kicks to George.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Morris. Misses the layup. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Leonard kicks to George. And it's George again missing.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
George with the bucket.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Morris outside. And Morris throws it down.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Morris against Jackson. Morris passes to Najee. The Nuggets moving the ball around. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Morris.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. A different look for the Clippers. Pass to Mann. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Here's Mann. Now Kennard. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Millsap passes to Chanshaw. Back to Millsap. Good on the shot.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Now here's Kennard. Not a lot of room. And the Clippers miss again.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one. Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
That concludes the 3rd quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Rajon Rondo is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the 3. Here's Rondo. Good work defensively by Millsap. Denver in the lead. Harrison passes to McGee. Makes it off the glass.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Rondo dishes to Beverly. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for JaVale McGee. Here's Batum. Beverly, the pass to Mann. Now, here's Zubac. The leaner inside. And there it is for him.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Here's Harrison. Great D that time from Batum. The Clippers trail. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Jokic, he's checked in for Green.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Gordon against Leonard. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Porter's running. Count it. Good. Porter's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Count that one.
Paul George stepping up big time.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Harrison kicks to Millsap. Outside Gordon. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Reggie Jackson. Free throw good, Gordon.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
Morris is checked in for Denver. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. The drive by Cousins. Yep, that one goes in there.
And how about Cousins stepping up? A little leadership role here down the stretch.
The Nuggets leading by 3. And here is Morris. Outside Gordon. Morris inside. Guarded by Jackson. And finished off by Porter.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy. Someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
Leonard looking around. Over Morris. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. Paul Millsap picks one up. So the first one drops. And that shrinks the margin to just 4.
The wingspan and the timing that Kawhi Leonard has is really remarkable. He utilizes those strengths to dominate both ends of an NBA floor.
Outside Porter. Morris right side. And it's Jokic missing. Clippers trail by 3. Passes it to George. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Morris against Jackson. Morris passes to Jokic. Cousins pulls it in. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard. It falls!
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Jackson against Morris. And the rejection by Cousins.
Like it. Cousins making impact on the defensive end. Nice to have a rim presence and blocks that shot away.
Jackson looking around. And it's sent back by Jokic. And he's able to get it back. It's tipped. Stolen by George. Here's Leonard. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Jokic using all 7 feet there. Good effort by the Serb.
Leonard attacking, and it's sent back by Morris. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Monte Morris.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.